Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite dark sorcerer here. And today I want to talk to you about faith. Faith in the left hand path. Well, it's, to be fair, it's not just the left hand path, it's also the right hand path as well. But what happens when you come across individuals who become oxymorons, so to speak? You take atheistic Satanists, for an example, those who claim to be devil worshippers, and yet they don't believe in devils at all. It's all for show for the public in the church. Same exact thing. So, I want to talk to you a little bit today about faith. Okay? What is faith? Faith is believing that something's going to pan out. Faith is believing in the deity that you've made a pact with. It doesn't matter if it's Lucifer, Raphael, Astaroth, Beelzebub, the Nine Kings, the Infernal Knights, the Grand Dukes, or even the Maquis themselves. If you believe and you're worshiping a spiritual entity, you have faith in that being. You believe that no matter what is going on, that spirit is going to be there for you, guide you, teach you, educate you, and lead you into the areas that will literally and metaphorically speaking benefit you. If it's not right for me, then I don't want it. But if it's going to benefit me, my family, my coven, then yeah, I want it. Lead me to this. You know better than myself because you're more powerful or more potent. You've been around a lot longer. Doesn't matter if it's Ryman, doesn't matter if it's Pazuzu, Ra. You gotta have faith. When you go for your driving lesson, do you just assume that you're gonna do it? Or do you work hard and you study? You practice it. See, that's faith right there. You gotta believe wholeheartedly, mind, body, spirit, soul, the whole king caboodle, that you're going to do it. That things are gonna work out for the best. And then you go out and do it. Have you ever had a court case? For an example, those of you who are going through court cases and criminal charges and stuff, even false charges, whatever. Have you ever gone to the Nine Kings and asked them for help? Asked them to open the doors and to do what they do best to help you get out from underneath it? I mean, I know E.A. Koetting actually spoke on this in one of his videos. But how many people actually utilize these spirits? How many of you actually go out of your way to worship these beings, to pray to them? I know what some of you are thinking. Why pray? Why worship? Well, my answer is this. Look back into ancient times. The cult of Moloch, those who prayed in the Valley of Tears, Babylonia. How about the cult of Anubis, the cult of Artemis? Right there you got Anubis, the lord of the dead in Egyptian mythology. You have the huntress herself. And depending on the mythological aspects of it, she's even the mother figure, Artemis in Greek. Interesting, isn't it? Or how about the Mayans, who offered much of the same way as the Canaanites did? Even the JCI performed human and animal sacrifices in the Old Testament. Don't believe me? Good. Go look it up. Book of Leviticus, also known as the Book of the Law. Go back into the book of Genesis. Look up Abraham and Isaac. Hell, you can even Google that right now. Just go underneath, Google it. He was told by his God to sacrifice his own son by his own God to prove his trust in his God, his loyalty, his fealty. Interesting, huh? How about those who serve demons? Those who serve and work with the jinn. I know on YouTube, there's an individual, he's a scholar, okay? But he's also a Jewish man. He's into Hebrewism. Wears the thimble and everything on his head. And yet he's doing videos on demonology, things on exorcisms, things on spiritual possession, talking about various different types of beings such as the jinn, demonic and angelics. But he does it as a scholar perception. A lot of people will say, well, these beings don't exist. Really? Then how come so many people have had spiritual encounters? How come people like Montecuole Summers, Jules Michelette, and Patricia and Lionel Fanthorpe have all written books on devils worship through from the Paleolithic era, being led all the way up into the Renaissance, the Dark Ages, and medieval times, talking about devil worship. Even Nicholas Remy himself, a renowned Christian, wrote about witchcraft and what was found on them that were given to them by demons, how they worshipped what demon. How about Nicholas Scott, or Reginald Scott, rather? Discovery of witchcraft. Interesting how many spiritual entities is right there. How about the Grimoire traditions, where you're worshiping and praying with seals and symbols to a specific demon in the Grimoire system of magic? How about the prayers that are utilized throughout the ages just within these alone? I want you to think about that right now. Think about it. How about Satanists today, like Venus Satanas, the spiritual Satanist book, the prayer book, Infernal Reflections. Very good. Or better yet, how about the Book of Hymns by Reverend Cain? How about the Book of Kings by Reverend Cain? Or perhaps the Unholy Bible? So many authors, so many practitioners today have worshipped and prayed to spirits. And you think of individuals, when you pray for relief, for guidance, who are you praying to? Who do you think's answering your prayers? Especially when you have those so-called miracles. I want you to think about that. One of the best books is right here, The Infernal Gospel, or The Goetic Devils. This right here is based off the 72 Goetic demons, and really put it and had very good reviews. Even I liked it. So I want you to think about what goes into worshiping a spirit or a type of spirit, groups of spirits even. Are you putting sacrifices and offerings down? Are you praying to them daily? I mean, look at Santa Morte for an example. Well, she's said to be the same or equivalent of that of Jehovah. I mean, think about that for just a moment. A male and a female spirit right here between the JCI and Latin America. Very needy, childlike behavior between these two deities. They need your prayers. They need to be worshipped. Hmm. And Jehovah was said to be a jealous God. And yet the same thing is said to about Santa Morte. Think about that. It is said that demons allow you to grow and to mature on your own with minor influence within themselves. The jinn tend to have characteristics that appear in you when they work with you, when they interfere in your life. So I want you to think about that for right now. Okay? I'm going to be doing more videos on this as time goes on and really getting into witchcraft, necromancy, divination, and possession as time goes on. So this is basically the next step within my teaching series on witchcraft and how and its perceptions. So if you like what you're seeing and hearing so far, feel free to hit that like button, okay, or even the subscribe button. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do or to force you to do it. I'm not that kind of guy. If you like it, you want to, feel free. All right. Until next time, stick with the knowledge, stick with the education, the enlightenment. See where it leads you through both mythological and historical accounts, not just the religious perception, because if they're not all aligned, then what's the point of you doing it? I want you to think about that as well. All right? Have a good day.